Say for actors who always have an option of being on camera, how does this, is this exciting where just your voice will go and you have a following, you have fans who listen to this?
It was exciting.
Right.
It was different because some of the people who've dubbed for Marvel have done fantastic jobs.
Right.
And these guys, the company I'm in also have incredible voices. And the whole cast actually of the show have some real audio talent.
Do you want to explain firstly, how is this different from dubbing a movie?
It's not very different,
Okay.
but at the same time it is totally different. You have your imagination going on,
Right.
and then you're like, it seems like you're stripped of everything else.
I'm playing Rocket Raccoon.
I'm playing Peter Quill, Star-Lord. We're partners in crime, literally.
I'm really pissed off with him and with her and generally.
So you also have that thing, to reduce screen time for children. Is that a thing with almost parents nowadays?
I guess so, yeah. But I think we have a limit of about 1.5.
Welcome to Bollywood Hungama. So good to see all of you. Saif, first I want to say I watched Vikram Vedha and I loved your performance and Hrithik's performance very much.
Thank you so
this
much.
This is on record.
That's so nice of you. That's very kind.
So, guys, for an audience to understand what you have done this time, do you want to explain firstly, how is this different from dubbing a movie?
Should I go
Yeah.
first? Yeah. So I think it's not very different,
Okay.
but at the same time it is totally different. I don't know if that makes sense,
Yeah.
but dubbing, we have like a total scene that we are enacting. We are trying to fill in the same emotions and
Right.
actually ape, I think, ourselves only.
Right.
Try to make it better, maybe. But here, it's a total different, like, you have your imagination going on,
Right.
and then you're, like, it seems like you're stripped of everything else. Like, you're, all the accessories
Right.
and attributes, and it's only your voice.
Right.
It's so interesting.
Right. Sam, you have a different take on that?
I think she should answer all our questions because that's perfectly put.
Yeah.
Right.
I couldn't put it. I wouldn't change to absolutely correct. Absolutely.
Right. Would you read the whole thing, or would you just be interested in voicing your character?
No, I mean
You have to
read the whole
full
thing,
yeah.
and you understand where it fits in and everything. But like like we're saying, it's exciting because you just have the voice. You have to create it. And I think our director was amazing. It really helped me because it was new, some of it. Because you're not following or trying to recreate, you're trying to create it, right?
Right.
So yeah, so
Right. Same for you. Would you like to read the whole thing? Would you like to know what they are doing, what she is doing, what other characters are doing, and that's when you come in, or you are happy just reading your
But it
character?
stands to reason that I would have to know.
Have to know.
Because
it's
how
a
would
part
I-
of the rhythm, right?
Okay.
Also, what happens here is that when you talk of dubbing a movie, it stems from the performance that you put in after having played off other faces, other eyes,
Right.
other sort of tones of voice.
Right.
Here, you don't have those aids.
Right.
And also what he said about Mantra, of course, because he's a fantastic actor, incredible voice talent himself. So, yeah. And he knows sound. I'm saying there's things you can do on a mic,
Right.
which it's not possible to do when dubbing a movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Are you a big podcast listener as well? Like you?
A bit, yes.
Okay. Yes.
But I listen to a lot of non-fiction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Say for actors who always have an option of being on camera, how does this, is this exciting where just your voice will go and you have a following, you have fans who listen to this?
I didn't think of that. I thought it is different, and it was exciting.
Right.
It was different because some of the people who've dubbed for Marvel have done fantastic jobs.
Right.
And these guys, the company I'm in also have incredible voices, and the whole cast actually of the show have some real audio talent.
Right.
Yeah, it was great. I didn't do that. I don't know if it's different and nice.
Okay. What would your prep be like? In the morning when you wake up and you have this job, what would your prep be like?
Not much. It's basically like any other day. But yes, like he said, mantra, when you go in the studio, he gives you a certain few voice exercises which kind of opens the, the throat out. And yeah, and then it's all good.
Right. Saif, we were just discussing, you read a lot of books, that's what we were discussing. But audiobooks is something what I'm asking you. Are you into audiobooks?
Well, yeah, I've listened to some stuff, and it's also during the pandemic. When I was a kid, my mom had a record with Bing Crosby's voice, reading out Tom Sawyer, and then my middle son listens to some audio stuff. And I was listening to Stephen Fry talking about, he did a nice podcast about the 7 deadly sins, and I thought that was amazing. So, the idea of having a nice voice and listening to a soothing voice, in bed or whatever, cooking or driving, is a nice change from all the visual stuff that I watch.
Right.
So sometimes it's great.
Right. Do you think in India we have reached a point, just saying radio is everywhere? Do you think because again internet is so accessible, cheap in India, do you think everybody has access to podcasts, or do you think we still have a long way to go?
I don't know if I'm the best person to answer that because I also host a breakfast show
Yeah.
on radio. But everyone does have access to podcasts. And
But do a lot of people listen to it?
a huge number of
Yeah.
people. And Saif, I'll tell you, so my son, he's going to turn 4 now, and we were trying to figure out how to reduce his screen time. Like you said, a visual overload. Schools are actually recommending that children be given podcasts to listen to across a variety of topics. So it's something that, has...
Because it's active listening.
Yeah,
People are trying to get involved
Yeah.
somehow.
Right. So if you also have that thing, to reduce screen time for children, is that a thing with almost parents nowadays?
I guess so, yeah. But I think we have a limit of about 1.5 hours a day or something like this. They tend to watch it at meal times.
Right.
Whatever keeps them off the streets. Sometimes it's just useful to have, but it's like you've got to be careful. They can't be doing that all the time, of course.
Right. And lastly, of course, the most original question is that, since this is a podcast and not a role reveals you, do you want to tell the audience what each one's character is, please?
Without giving away
Yes.
much, I think I'm playing the Collector. This is the first time in the Marvel universe Collector is played by a woman. And yeah, I'm going to make these two boys do a lot of things. Get some stuff, I think, to be clear. Okay, put in the mouth situation, but yeah.
So I'm playing Rocket Raccoon.
I'm playing Peter Quill, Star-Lord. We're partners in crime, literally. And very good friends, we're like family. And we're intergalactic smugglers and crooks.
Saviors and
Used to be
warriors.
something, something.
I'm really pissed off with him and with her and generally.
We're on a mission to get something deadly and do something deadly, and we come back to Earth after many years and everything is changed, and then it's this kind of cross. Like I said, Marvel's amazing because they mix up everything you've loved about any kind of drama everywhere, from Roman history to westerns to Bible stories to mythology, and they mix it up into this amazing cauldron of cinematic audio stuff. And you're kind of something familiar about it, but there's something so new about it at the same time.
And the whole universe, the series is set in Earth, looks a little bit like Oakley Bridge in Andheri.
Mumbai gone. Yeah.
Right. Do you have a favorite superhero? Do anyone of you have any superpowers that you could take?
I mean, across superheroes, I don't have a favorite. I mean,
Wolverine, the Human Torch. I like to turn supernova by just saying,
Right.
flame on.
Right.
it's seems nothing wrong with that.
Your underwear on fire. Flame-proof underwear.
Great guys, exciting project. So can't wait to this time listen to what you have done. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.